Hello, my lovelies, beautifuls, amazing, wonderfuls, and beloveds. I am Maggie, and thank you for joining me here. I appreciate your support. So, what are we doing? We are reading this wonderful book by Dr. Wayne Dyer, Excuses Be Gone. Why are we doing this? We are doing this because it is a book on how to change lifelong self defeating thinking habits. And if you even pick one tool up out of this book, it could change your life or the lives of those around you. Actually, by changing ourselves, we naturally emit energy, frequency, and vibration that changes the lives of all around us. And since many of us are here for the big upgrade, we are awake, we are aware, so we are responsible to do our part. So I thank you for joining me. I thank you for supporting me. Right now, go hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and leave your positive comments. I really appreciate it. It'll also help me to hit the algorithm so I may be able to reach more people. And as you know, these words of love may help somebody going through a rough time. Or it could actually encourage somebody having a great time, encourage them even further along in their dreams. So where are we at? Part 2, chapter 6, the third principle now. So we're going to pick up where we left off. Ready? Our relationship to the present moment defines our relationship to life itself. Okay, hear that. Our relationship to the present moment defines our relationship to life itself. One of the greatest insights I have ever one of the greatest insights I've ever had concerns my experience of time as the ultimate illusion. I think about it in this way. Whatever has happened in the past, no matter how many years, centuries, and millennia ago, it all took place in the now, just now. There's no way to experience anything other than in the precious moment. Thus, the idea that it happens in the past must be an illusion. Since everything only gets experienced now, the time thing is a grand illusion. The same logic applies equally to the future. Whatever we fantasize about happening then will also only take place in the now. All we get is now, now, now. Now, 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 Bronco. So time is what we seem to be measuring with our wrist watches, clocks, and calendars. But in fact, it's nothing more than a series of present moments. The message then in this excuses be gone paradigm is that being in the now will help you overcome all of your explanations for why you aren't living at your highest level. Your relationship to life itself reflects your relationship to the present moment. So if your head is filled with frustrating or angry thoughts about what isn't happening or the way the world looks to you, you're not going to have a good relationship with life. Yet a dysfunctional relationship with life is really nothing more than a dysfunctional relationship with the present moment. Again, life only gets lived in the now. So, and like Neville Goddard talks to us about everything is us pushed out. So if you are seeing things around your life, they're just, and reality transurfing too, right? Renee Garcia, they teach you that life is the mirror. And if you want to, you're looking in your hair in the mirror and you don't like this one strand here, I'm not going to touch the mirror to move this strand of hair. I'm going to get me and I'm going to move that strand of beautiful hair over. Okay, love you, beautiful hair. I'm not criticizing myself here, but I'm just saying, many times we're looking to the mirror and saying, you're the problem. That's second cause. First cause is us. So everything's us pushed out. And so as Dr. Wayne Dyer is saying, that when you are relating to life in negative ways, you're going to have to go inside and see what is happening within. And that's that relationship that is only occurring in the now. Okay, So rather than seeing your present moment as an obstacle, see it as a supernatural miracle. Wayne, this is the only moment you have, is a sentence I often say to myself to keep me on friendly terms with the now. So I'm going to say this to myself. You insert your name where you are. Maggie, this is the only moment you have. Wonderful, this is the only moment you have. Amazing, this is the only moment you have. Lovely, this is the only moment you have. Beautiful, this is the only moment you have. Beloved, this is the only moment you have. Whatever your name is, insert here, okay? Okay, think about that. The only moment you have, okay? Let's get friendly with the now. When we realize the significance of this, you immediately want to shift into a state of awe and gratitude for it. Okay, so sorry about the sound effects, but here. When you realize the significance of this, you will immediately want to shift into a state of awe and gratitude for it, regardless of what is transpiring. And I do this frequently in my yoga practice, particularly when I'm challenged by a difficult posture. Balancing on one leg and holding the other one straight out with my hand cupped beneath the ball of my foot is a challenge that leads me to murmur, "Be here now, Wayne." There's a time for being exhausted, and there will be a time for resting, but it's not here yet. So just stay in the present moment. And of course, it's always passes, but the next moment that shows up amazingly also shows up as now, and the next as now. Okay, so sorry I didn't say that, but that's what he's saying. And so it goes with every experience in life. So we are constantly in the now. I just want to say this too, to whoever is going through a really rough time and, is all, somewhere in the spectrum of great pain. This is something I had to learn myself, but please know that being in the now does not have to be in a long, drawn-out, painful, excruciating, struggling process. I'm not judging anybody who is having a hard time, but one of the things you start to realize is that if you just are compassionate to yourself, give yourself permission to get off the floor, and give yourself permission to lay down the tracks for the new life that's coming, that you can shorten down the suffering a ton. So you don't have to remain in suffering states forever. Just learn what you have to learn and decide today in the now that every moment of now is going to be magnificent for you. And that you're going to put every moment in the now instead of living in the past, in the pain, bringing it into the now. You're going to live in the now, creating the beautiful future that's in the now. And you're going to put all guns blazing, all things blazing, all energy guns blazing towards walking in that direction in every moment of the now. I want you to have your best life. And since everything comes from the first cause, which is God within us, coming out, let's choose now to be our greatest beings. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. If you just pick up one tool out of this book, it could change your life and the lives of those around you. So while you're at it, changing lives, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and leave your positive comments. We want to upgrade. We want to get in the algorithm, get in the flow, reach more people, and bring them up into the new earth that comes from a heart-centered place. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. And you know what's next. Peace in, peace